If you want the best tactics in FIFA, then it is your lucky day, because I'm going to be bringing you my full 20-0 Pro Custom tactics that I've been using in the Weekend League. If you're tired of coming up against teams like this, you can get some foot coins through MMO EXP using the link down below. You can also use code JambooUK for 5% off. So I'm going to be showing you guys my full custom tactics. As I said, I've hit 20-0 with these. I'm a former pro FIFA player, you know, for those of you that don't know who I am. And I think these tactics are just going to help you get some more wins. They're very balanced. There's different tactics for different scenarios. And I think if you're someone that's lost in terms of what formation, etc. to play, then I've got you covered here. So let's get into the video. Please do leave a like if you enjoy, and do not forget to subscribe. So as you can see here, this is the team I am currently using. A very good team, but I do actually think that it's, you know, it's nothing too special at this point in the game. Some of you may disagree. Let me know what you'd rate my team out of 10 in the comments. We obviously have the two quick centre-backs. These two are beasts. I get asked a lot whether you should go for Kimpembe or Varane. I personally prefer Varane, but I do think that Kimpembe is very good as well. I've got Pogba in there. Absolutely love him. I recommend him. I do think he's a bit overpriced, but a really nice card nonetheless. We then have Zidane and Park, and you may be thinking, like, Jamboo, you've got three sort of centre mid-style players. How does that work? You will see. You will see. We've then got Mbappe and Griezmann, and then Neymar and the two fullbacks. So I don't want to bore you too much with this stuff. We're going to jump straight into the tactics. So I'll show you first the formation that I actually start games with. So it's the 4-3-2-1, and that's going to explain the three centre mids. We have balanced, 55 on the width, 72 on the depth, direct passing balance, 65, 7 in the box, and 2 on the corners and free kicks. You can see that is how I line it up in game. I like to have one defensive sort of player is the middle centre mid spot, and then two attacking centre mids on the outside. It works super well. It's very important in this formation that your fullbacks get involved in the attack. They're going to be overlapping, so you need ones that are good on the ball and can actually offer something going forward. When it comes to the three forward players, it's just the traditional FIFA meta. You just want pace, dribbling, shooting, and 5-star skills if possible. So in terms of the instructions, you've just got getting behind on the three forwards, stay back while attacking, cover centre on the middle centre mid, and then just balanced and cover wing on the outside centre mids. You then have balance but overlap on the fullbacks. That overlap instruction is the most important in this whole setup. You need those fullbacks getting involved. I've heard a few people, when I've spoke about this formation before, say they put their fullbacks to stay back. I do not recommend that at all, because in my opinion, you need the width that the fullbacks offer in this formation. Otherwise, you just do not get the full potential out of it. So that is what I start my games with. That is the 4-3-2-1. Now let's go to the 4-2-3-1. These numbers are just, they mess with my head, man. But anyway, we have balanced defensive style, 45 on the width, 50 on the depth, balanced direct passing, 75 on the width. And I've been asked about that one too. You know, why is the width so high? The logic behind it is basically you want to be using this setup for when you're seeing out games and keeping the ball. So if you have a little bit of width, you know, the ability to pass to a winger and hold the ball a bit more, it just helps with that. It's harder to keep the ball if your team are all congested in the middle of the pitch, you know. So we then have 5 players in the box. You don't want as many going forward because this is the formation we're going to use, you know, to defend leads. So we then have 2 on the corners and free kicks, and that is how I set it up. It actually works really well for me because we obviously have Zidane, who can sort of defend, and like he's at cam, so it's just an extra guy thrown into this setup who can actually offer something defensively, you know, which is very ideal. For the outside cams, you basically just want pace, dribbling, you know, just someone like Neymar, Mbappe or Griezmann, basically. We'll go to the instructions. Stay central, get in behind on the striker. Come back on defence on all 3 of the cams, but then also get into the box for the wide ones. Thinking behind that is you want all your players coming back, but also when you do counter-attack and go forward, having the get into the box instruction is going to make those wide attacking midfielders actually get back up the pitch to get into the box. So it's just very helpful in my opinion for the counter-attacks. For both the CDMs, we have stay back while attacking, cover centre, and cut passing lanes. They're just going to sit in front of the defence. They're going to offer nothing going forward, but we don't want that. We just want them to sit there, be a brick wall, and not let anything through, and that works extremely well. And we then have stay back while attacking on both of the fullbacks. And I find that this works super well in this setup. You've obviously got the wide attacking mids coming back. So you've essentially got two flat lines of 4 when defending. And then the cam and the striker who are going to end up, just giving you something on a counter-attack. It works super well. So that is the 4-2-3-1. And that is what I use to see out games. So next up, we do have the 4-4-2, and that is actually what I use when the 4-3-2-1's not quite working, or if I'm maybe 1 goal down and want to go to press after possession loss. So we have 72 depth there, fast build-up and forward runs. Wouldn't normally recommend this combination, because it becomes very attacking. But obviously in this particular setup, that is what we want. So we've got the width, I can't get my words out. We've got the width very narrow. The thinking behind this one is I want the wide mids and the strikers to all be pretty close together, just making those in-behind runs. And I think that's very OP in a formation like this. So we have 7 players in the box. There's no real reason for this corners to be like that. It should probably be looking like that. But anyway, so obviously the personnel I have aren't ideal for this setup, so I do stick Zidane up front, which is, it's not a bad option. He's 5-star, 5-star with good shooting. But basically, you just want 2 box-to-box centre mids that can offer something in the attack, but also the defence. Quick wingers and strikers, and then the same goes for the defence as well. So for these, I have stay forward getting behind on the strikers. I have stay forward getting behind on the right and left mid. And then for the centre mids, I just have balanced and cover centre. Like I say, they're just going to be like box-to-box centre mids, and I think that works really nicely. Stay back while attacking on the fullbacks, of course. We don't need them in this setup. We've got enough going forward without them. And that is what I use, when I need maybe 1 or 2 goals early to mid-stage of a game. If we're losing late in a game, we then turn on the chaos. It is the 3-4-2-1 all out. And this is the most crazy setup I've ever used. Like, the options you're going to get in this are just absolutely obscene. Like, I've never seen anything like it in my life. We have constant pressure, 100 on the depth, balanced direct passing, 10 players in the box, 5 on the corners and free kicks. Only ever use this setup when you really need goals late in a game. Because trust me, defensively, this is an absolute liability. However, it is guaranteed chances for you. It is absolutely crazy. You can see there that you've basically got a front 5, and we're also going to instruct the centre mids to get involved as well. So you've got like 7 players that at all times are just going to be making runs in behind and attacking. And it is impossible to defend against. But it's also impossible to defend with. So we have getting behind, stay forward on the 3 strikers. We have getting behind but balanced on the wide mids. Get forward on the centre mids. And then stay back while attacking on the 3 centre backs. And that is what I use to get back into games. But guys, that is going to be the end of the video. Just try these tactics, come back and let me know what you thought of them. If there's any questions about any of these, please feel free to let me know. I'll always get back to you guys in the comments. But thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one, and peace.